So, the last Marvel movie has come out more than a year ago, and now finally, we have ourselves some more Marvel content, and it's WandaVision, a TV show about two of the most boring Avengers. However, with them getting their own spotlight, I was actually hoping that the TV show would finally do the characters some justice, and did it? The short version is no. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is probably one of the worst TV shows I have seen in quite a while. And I know that only a couple of episodes have been released so far, but the first few episodes need to hook you in to show you what the show is about. But for me, it was the exact opposite. So the purpose of this video is for me to basically bitch and moan and express my grievances with the show so far. And let us begin with the characters, Wanda and Vision. The show assumes that you have already been familiar with these characters and actually like both of these characters, unless you're like me, who doesn't give a crap about either of them. The biggest problem for me is the central relationship between Wanda and Vision, because if you didn't know, Vision is a robot with artificial intelligence with a body made out of metal. So, how exactly does this relationship even work? In the show, we see Wanda being pregnant, even though Vision is a robot. So, does he have a metal schlong? How exactly does this work? I am baffled and confuzzled, and I have no idea what is going on. Also, their relationship is based on nothing. The biggest indication of them having a relationship was in Civil War, when they flirted for 2 seconds, and now Vision is alive and married to Wanda. What? Well, enough of that. Let us instead talk about the show itself. It's made like a 50s sitcom, which would be fine if it wasn't so damn boring. Let me tell you the plot for these first 2 episodes. In episode 1, they move to a new town, and Vision invites his new boss for dinner on his anniversary with Wanda. Wanda has to prepare dinner while entertaining the guests. In episode 2, Vision eats some gum, which makes him act hella stupid, and they have to perform a magic show. That is literally all that happens. I've summarized the entire show for you. Now, some weird things do pop up sometimes, but overall it's just this sitcom nonsense. If they used one episode to set the stage and use the other one to involve the plot, then this would have been a different story. But as it is, it feels like I just wasted a whole ass hour of my life, and I ain't getting it back. Now let's talk about the humor of the show, because it is by far the worst aspect of the show. I don't think I've ever cringed as hard as when I was literally watching these 2 episodes. Never in my life have I cringed as hard. It made me physically uncomfortable to watch this freaking show. That's how bad it is. I actively had to ask myself multiple times, what the hell am I actually watching? And I know humor is a subjective thing, blah, 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 but I really have a hard time enjoying anything with this much cringe in it. I really do. I cannot fathom how anyone would find this appealing or funny in any way. And what I noticed is that without the laugh track, this would be the creepiest ass show ever. I have also noticed that without the greater MCU, this show wouldn't be able to hold up on its own. Really think about it. What in these 2 episodes is there to hook you in? The 2 weird moments that show up for 30 seconds to set up the mystery? And that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's just a really weak, unfunny 50s sitcom. Without the attachment to the MCU, none of us would have even given a crap about the show. Unless you like cringy humor, and then in which case, be my guest. The only thing I could think of that could hook someone in is the greater mystery, as in what the hell is happening in the show. But as I've said before, there's not enough there to carry the show, in my opinion. Honestly, the show is too slow, and the mystery should have been the central focus and not the weird, 50s unfunny sitcom nonsense. Which honestly should have been just an aesthetic and not the whole gimmick of the show. Now, if the show would have been released all at once and not weekly, and we could binge it all at once, some of these issues might have been mitigated. But alas, no. What we have here to go on are these terrible 2 episodes. And that's pretty sad. And this video was not made to sway opinions. It's just me putting my opinions out there. And honestly, the show is not for me. And I'll probably be skipping the rest of it. I wish the show was better and I wish I was more into it, but I'm just not. However, if there is a massive revelation or if the show gets better, I'll happily eat my words. I really want the show to succeed, but for now it's just not for me. I just expected more from Marvel, but at least they're doing something different. But for now, that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye.